Now I'm recording. So how long have you been doing this job?
It's probably my third day on it. Probably anywhere from about a good 4 or 5 hours a day on it. All together, I mean total work time, you know. But kind of in the phase of now where it's all starting to take shape. The happy point for me right now.
Yeah, it's looking real good.
Thank you very much.
Huh?
What were you saying now?
I was just gonna say, how'd you get into all this?
Well, pretty much a natural artist, and I've always touched on whatever I could kind of get a hold to make a picture out of, you know, whether it be carving something or, you know, molding something out of clay or what have you. But I've always been drawn to a lot of, I think, like sci-fi and comic books and, you know, anything of that genre pretty much inspires me. And so I just pretty much got a very vivid imagination, you know, and I always knew that, like, man, if I want people to see what I'm seeing, I would have to improve upon my artistic ability to make it that much, you know, make it believable, let people see what I'm seeing in my head. So that's always been kind of driving me, and I got into graffiti around late junior high school, and man, I'm like 30 years old now and still going with it, you know. It's kind of funny how it's kind of like going back to my roots, you know, in a way. It's kind of like at the time it was almost like gangster rap and things like that, where it's a certain crowd of people that were digging it and really just into it. Then there was a whole other crowd of people that were just like, oh, that's crap, man. Why do you even call that music, or why do you even call that art, you know, type of thing.
Insult.
And now in the day and age we're in 2003, and it's going strong, because I think people are starting to realize that it comes from the soul, you know. It's more than just paint on the wall, you know. A guy came by yesterday, and like he said, yeah, nah, people look at that and goes, oh, what did you do that for, you know? He's like, nah, this is what you call artwork. And I think really, this is my reaction. I mean, people's reactions and comments, you know, to my artwork would really keep me going, you know?
Yeah, totally.
You know, people dig and like what you're doing, you know. It promotes you to do more and promotes you to do better, you know. So here I am, back at 5150. I got a lot of buddies that are tattoo artists and stuff, you know. I don't tattoo much. I'm kind of leery about writing on people, you know. Even though I used to do low riders and hot rods, and, you know, I still do. Not like I used to, though. But got this guy's got a, you know, $30,000 vehicle, you know what I mean? Here I'm writing on it, you know.
Yeah.
But if I mess up, hey, I can paint it over. But on skin, yeah, it's not that easy.
That's there.
But you know, everybody has their niche. Everybody, you know what I mean. You start feeling out where you're strong at and where you're comfortable at, and then just fly with it, you know. Matter of fact, I think it's a good time for a cigarette break.
Ciao.